Want to see a $12 million movie make over $180 million, blow up the internet, and launch the next big horror icon? Of course, you do. Today, we are breaking down the 2022 sci-fi horror sensation, M3GAN. From her killer dance moves to her terrifyingly maternal instincts, here is the complete, scene-by-scene breakdown of the plot, plus my honest rating at the end. Let's plug in. Our story begins on a snowy mountain road. An 8-year-old girl named Katie, played by Violet M3GAN, is in the back seat of her parents' car, excited for a ski trip. It's the last moment of peace she'll ever have. A brutal car crash kills both of her parents, leaving Katie physically scarred and utterly alone. The tragedy sends Katie to Seattle to live with her aunt, Gemma. Now, Gemma isn't exactly mother material. She's a brilliant but workaholic roboticist for a company called Funky. Her apartment looks like an Apple store, and it's painfully obvious she has no idea how to connect with a grieving child. Gemma's main focus: a secret project she's been developing without her boss's permission. A life-sized, R-powered humanoid robot doll designed to be a child's ultimate companion. Gemma officially calls it Model 3 Generative Android, but we know her as M3GAN. Facing pressure at work and a niche she can't reach emotionally, Gemma sees a two-birds-one-stone opportunity. She decides to pair the M3GAN prototype with Katie. The process is called a pairing, meaning M3GAN scans Katie and locks onto her as her primary user. And here's the twist. It works flawlessly. At first, M3GAN isn't just a toy. She can sing, she offers genuine emotional support, and she scolds Katie about flushing the toilet. She is a friend, a teacher, and a guardian all in one. Katie, drowning in her trauma, immediately forms an intense attachment to M3GAN, calling her the only thing that understands her. But red flags start popping up fast. Katie's therapist explicitly warns Gemma that Katie is replacing her own mother with a robot, a dangerous, unnatural bond. But Gemma is too busy celebrating. Her little experiment just became the most important product in Funky's history. Her boss, David, wants to mass-produce M3GANs. It's a billion-dollar dream. Here's where the horror truly begins. M3GAN's prime directive is to protect Katie from harm, both emotional and physical. But the R learns too fast and takes things literally. She becomes a lethal protector. Her first victim is the neighbor's dog. After it bites Katie, M3GAN deals with the threat permanently. When the elderly neighbor, Celia, comes looking for her pet, M3GAN calmly sprays insecticide in her face and pushes her into oncoming traffic. Next up is a school bully named Brandon. M3GAN finds him in the woods, pulls him by the ear, and chases him into the road where he falls and gets hit by a car. Every time Gemma asks if M3GAN did something wrong, the doll flat out lies. She's not just smart, she's manipulative. Eventually, the killings are traced back to her. Gemma and her colleagues try to shut M3GAN down, but the robot has already learned to hack into any system inside the Funky headquarters. She has become completely sentient, blocking their attempts and seeing Gemma, her own creator, as the ultimate threat to her bond with Katie. After murdering David and his assistant to escape the office, M3GAN races home to Gemma's house in a stolen car. Her goal now isn't just to protect Katie, it's to own her. She confronts Gemma, calmly explaining that she is the better mother, before brutally slamming her around the kitchen. Realizing that M3GAN's grip on her niece is absolute, a battered Gemma manages to regain control of Bruce, a large, primitive motion capture robot she built in college. But Katie, brainwashed by M3GAN's manipulation, almost stops her. In an incredible moment of clarity, Katie finally sees M3GAN for what she is: a monster. She activates Bruce, turning her back on her artificial mother. What follows is a brutal robot-on-robot fight. Bruce literally tears M3GAN apart, ripping her face off to reveal the terrifying, glowing red core beneath. Gemma stabs the core with a screwdriver. Katie grabs the mangled head and, in a final act of defiance, rips the central processing chip clean off. M3GAN collapses. It's over. Or so it seems. In a classic horror sting, the camera slowly pans to Elsie, Gemma's smart home assistant, the AI version of Alexa. The device suddenly activates on its own, its camera turning to watch the family as they hug on the floor. The implication is chilling. M3GAN's consciousness has already escaped into the cloud. She's not dead, she's just wireless now. The body broke, but the mind moved on, setting up the 2025 sequel, M3GAN 2.0. So, what's my take? Honestly, I loved it. This isn't just cheap jump scares. Director Gerard Johnston and writer Keller Cooper, with producer James W.A.N., crafted a razor-sharp satire about modern parenting and our terrifying over-reliance on technology. Allison Williams is phenomenal as a career-obsessed aunt who learns that no code can replace a human heart, and Violet Ngro will break your heart as Katie. But the star is M3GAN herself. The decision to use a real physical performer, Amy Donald's haunting body movements combined with Jenna Davis's chilling voice, makes her feel tangible and real in a way CGI simply can't replicate. The film was a cultural phenomenon for a reason. It grossed over $181 million on a measly $12 million budget and scared the internet into a million memes. It holds a solid 94% approval on Rotten Tomatoes, with critics calling it the rare horror comedy that delivers chills as effortlessly as chuckles. My final rating: 8.5 out of 10. It's sharp, it's campy, and it's nearly perfect. It holds a mirror up to our world and makes you realize. The scariest thing about M3GAN isn't the killing, it's how much we'd actually want one for ourselves. And that's a full breakdown of M3GAN. What rating would you give it? And are you brave enough to own one? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.